All right, guys, next module. Now, this is a really, really big one. I know I said that a few times, but this is even bigger. $1 million marketing, guys. We're going to definitely get into the ones that work, the ones that don't. Well, more so the ones that do, because we don't got time to be spending time on the ones that don't. So $1 million marketing, guys. Let's get into it. What to know about marketing? Guys, marketing is essential. I don't care what anyone tells you, what you think you know, none of that. You have to invest in marketing if you're looking to grow your brand. The people who I know don't invest any money in marketing, they stay, unless they have like an extreme competitive advantage where they have something that nobody else can do, they're really the only ones who don't invest in marketing. Excuse me, who don't invest in marketing. Everybody else does. Everybody else who's serious about their brand does, whether that's Google ads, Facebook ads, anything. We're going to get into them. Let's get into it. Some people say, I know, oh, but word of mouth works for me. Yes, word of mouth is going to work for a lot of people. It worked for me too for a very long time. But the fact of the matter is you're leaving money on the table. You're selling yourself short. $10,000 a month might look a lot like now, but you could be missing out on a much bigger bag. Guys, I remember when I was first starting out and I did like $7,000 in a month. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, wow, like I'm making it. Then I had my first $10,000 a month. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, and just dope, guys, to the point where I just hit a $50,000 a month. I got to make that consistent now. So you don't ever want to be leaving money on the table, guys. You want to promote, because remember, there's a lot of people out there that want to take your spot. Don't let it happen. You ever thought about how different your life would be if 10,000 was a bad month? Try to find out. So, my top free marketing strategies. Brian, do I need a website? Honestly, guys, if you asked me this question about a year ago, I would have said absolutely. But right now, with the rise of social media being monumental, at this point, truthfully, it's just another fee. You can use it or you can do without it. So for right now, I would say no. Just make sure you respond to your messages on Instagram if that's your primary hub for information. Another one, hack. Allow planners to set up an hour before for free. This will immediately plug you into the network, which is the art of reciprocation. They'll always think of you when referring spaces to clients. I have tons of planners who always refer our space, and on the back end, I just allow them to set up earlier. It doesn't cost me really much anything except for maybe a little bit extra on the light and the water and the gas if applicable. But right away, I'm plugged into their network, and now whenever they post, boom, my page is going to be posted. That's free. That's free advertising. Guys, place flyers in local businesses and apartment complexes. Free, 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 free. Clients always look for spaces, obviously, in close proximity. Who's trying to travel half an hour to go to a space? You can have the best space in the world, but it really does not matter if nobody knows about you. And then boom, Instagram marketing. Guys, Instagram is free. Instagram lends itself very, very well to our industry because people generally like to follow pages that are aesthetically pleasing. Imagine a room, full of decor with a beautiful venue. Who's not going to want to follow that? Repost that. Easy. Don't forget, guys. Best method is good content and consistency. You definitely want to be up to par with your stuff. Unless you're paying for advertising, which is constantly automating, putting your space in front of people. But if not, then boom. Always just be consistent. Now, top paid marketing strategies. Guys, you want to utilize Facebook and Instagram ads. Promote your highest engaging posts, which is basically the ones that are doing the best. Do not be afraid to advertise. Just make sure that it's paying off for you. I repeat, do not be afraid to advertise. It's a must if you want to grow. Now, here's how to do shout out for shout out. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that was a while ago when social media first started out. But how to do shout out for shout out with event spaces. So what you want to do is you want to hire a professional photographer. You want to share the photos with all the vendors, and then when they share the photos to their feeds, they'll also tag you. It goes back to the planner thing what I mentioned, guys, when planners set up earlier. Now they're going to post you. So, and what you want to do is if you know you're going to get a really, really nice decor that one Saturday or one Sunday or one Friday or whatever day of the week it is, hire a professional photographer. Or you can truthfully, you can ask the planner if it's going to be professionally photographed, and then you'll know, and then you can kind of save there. So it becomes another free marketing strategy. But if not, I mean, truthfully, guys, I'm not gonna lie. In my experience, any planner that takes their work seriously has a professional photographer. So you could just chalk this one up as another free marketing strategy. And then, of course, paid promotion from pages in your niche. There's a few like Be Collective Mag, the Event Collective. These places have hundreds of thousands of followers. You could pay them for a promo. Not all of them allow it, but so the ones that do, you can definitely get a big boost there. Now, Brian, how much should I be investing into advertising? So I started out with a small flat rate. That's what I did. And then I moved up to about a percentage of sales. So when I first started out with advertising, I did maybe about $500 a month. I think that was way, way, way back when I was like advertising on Yelp. I had a plan that was like $600 a month or something like that, which was a lot at the time because I think my best month at that time was maybe like $6,000, $7,000. So I'm like, oof. But then it moved up to a percentage of sales. So say for example, last month I did 10,000. I might do 5 to 10% of that. But that depends on the ceiling. Sorry, not ceiling, season. So, which we're gonna get into that in a couple seconds. So, I kind of just do it based on like percentage. Like if my last month was, a good month, and this is coming up to a busy season, then I might invest maybe 10% of that in advertising. And then for again, guys, I think module 14 is what it is in my bookkeeping module. I show you guys how to budget, and I attach a budget sheet to show you guys how, so you're not starting from scratch like I had to do. I actually made this budget sheet myself on Google Sheets. You can use it or you can make your own, but hey, it's yours for free. But you definitely want to keep that in mind when you're budgeting for marketing. So I just want you guys to know, like any other business, event spaces are cyclical. They have their high months and they have their low months. You want to bear in mind that this is not a cut and dry list. These are merely my observations and fluctuate for everyone depending on their accommodations, how many guests they hold, goals, preferences, metrics, risk tolerance, all of that. The labels below correspond with volume of bookings, not volume of events being held as people book in advance. So basically what I'm trying to say here is that these are the months where people are typically booking, not necessarily having on a lot of events, even though it does kind of there is a bit of an overlay. But right here where I have it labeled is that, so basically I'll just jump right into it. For example, in January where it says hi, there's a lot of bookings made in January. Not necessarily that there are a lot of events, even though my Januaries are usually pretty booked up, but well, yeah, almost every month is booked up, but that's exactly how you guys want it, right? So January is usually a high month for booking. February kind of settles down a little bit with the medium, but then it ramps right back up to March when it's high again. April, it dips a little bit. And then around the summer months, it's kind of slow. May, June, and July. Late spring, early summer. And then August into the fall, it ramps up like crazy. And then in the slow season, it hits for December. So now I thought I'd include this little chart for you guys, booking to event lead time ratio, just so you guys kind of have it in your mind. This is something that I had to find out. I didn't know, but since you guys are part of my course now, you guys can know too. So typically, and I'll just run right through it so you guys, it makes sense. Typically, events that usually event spaces that harbor 20 to 60 guests, people generally book 1 to 2 months in advance. For event space that do 61 to 120 guests, it's about 2 to 3 months in advance. Events 121 to 200 guests, about 3 to 4 months in advance, and events that are 200 people or more, generally about 4 to 6 months in advance. And of course, guys, it changes because there's a lot more components involved. For small events that have 20 to 60 people, it's not too much involved. People just want to, usually have, a little bit, like a little small function, things like that. But then as it ramps up, the ante gets raised up as well. So now you have an event that's 200 people. Now it's usually probably maybe a wedding or like a really, really big family's birthday. So now you're having like maybe a big cake and live band, and you got to send out invitations. People got to book in advance. People are flying in. So that kind of explains why people book a lot more in advance. So it's just something to keep in mind, guys. Now, these are the top apps that I use for marketing, guys. And I'm so glad you guys get to keep this because this is super, super important. Now, the top apps that I use are Acuity Scheduling, the Notes app, which iPhone, but I'm sure the Android has their own too. Upwork, Easy Texting, Wix, Typorama, Hashtag Generator, and my personal favorite, Canva, which we are actually going to be doing a walkthrough on. Let's keep it moving. Now, one thing that you guys want to know about social media is that Facebook and Instagram have about 3 billion active users. If your business is not on Instagram, it's losing out on heavy traffic and growth. Sidebar, if you didn't grow up on social media like most millennials, you're doing yourself a great disservice by not conforming and taking advantage of the various platforms. You do not need a large audience to sell or monetize on Instagram. Organized, clear bios, feeds, and names are very, very key. Guys, don't have John _ Appleseed or whatever the case may be. Make it real simple. The great venue, the Lux venue, John's venue, just something very simple, catchy, easy to see, easy to read, easy to remember. Content is key, of course. And then, guys, you want to be using hashtags 10 rare, 10 average, 10 frequent. That's just kind of my crash course on social media. Maybe there's a full course coming soon. Who knows? But let's keep it going. Acuity. Now, I love Acuity scheduling. It's great for automating and simplifying the booking process. It keeps your calendar really, really organized because when people make appointments, it automatically populates your appointment. It looks very, very professional and it saves time. Guys, I used to use this other app called Go Reminders, and while I love Go Reminders, the thing that I didn't like is that I had to manually make the appointments, which just took too long. Now with Acuity, I could just send people a link and they can make their appointment themselves. And it's super, and I love it too because it adds all their information for, which is great for client retention. So now I have your full name, I have your email, and I have your phone number. So even if you didn't book this time, I'm keeping you in my network for next time because you might want to book again, or you might want to book and you didn't book last time for whatever reason. The Notes app. Now, the Notes app it's pretty self-explanatory. It keeps thoughts and ideas organized. They actually recently upgraded and they've been upgrading it a lot. New features allowed you to change font, style, and add bullets, making content even more clear, organized, and easily consumable. And it's just super easy, super user-friendly, guys. Upwork. Now, this is crazy, guys. I'm actually going to be going into this a little bit more in the payroll module, which I think module 13. Now, payroll, I'm only going to touch on this. Sorry, Upwork, I'm only going to touch on this, but it makes finding a virtual assistant very, very easily. You just set up a post, get applicants the next day. Great for projects where you need some extra help, and it's great to outsource certain tasks for various businesses. Now, this is definitely more so like an advanced strategy. Like if you're really like, maybe you have multiple event spaces or you're doing different types of events, you just need a little bit more help. This is definitely something, this is like a hidden gem right here, but this is definitely, like I mentioned, it's more so the more savvy business person. If you're starting out, you might want to stay away from this just for right now, because like I mentioned, you want to be doing as much as you can right now, just to one, save money, and two, learn about your business. Easy texting. This is a crazy marketing tool, guys. People open up text like crazy. You definitely want to be texting your clientele in addition to email. So it's a very, very powerful marketing tool. Like I mentioned, texting is more read than emails on average with an over 90% open rate. You can send campaigns from your phone super easily with these quick marketing blasts, and it's a must for growing your client base, guys. Wix. Now, I know I mentioned you don't really need a website right now, just because social media is just so powerful. But if you do want to use one, I definitely use Wix. The thing I love about Wix too is they actually let you build an email list for free. It's a super easy, user-friendly interface. They let you send, like I mentioned, they let you send emails for free straight from the app on the go. Super, super powerful, super, super easy, guys. Typorama. Guys, I love Typorama. It's so, I think it's literally like what, $10 for the year or something like that, or $10 and you have it forever, something like that. But I loved it to use all my promo graphics. So whenever I'm making like a promotion, I just whip it up on Typorama real quick and I post it out and I pull it out. You can make promo graphics on the fly with ease. Again, super easy to use, guys. Everything I like, I always tell myself, this is one of my biggest mantras, especially nowadays, 2021 with social media. If I cannot do it on my phone, it's not going to happen. So I think about that the same way with consumer behavior and everybody else. If they can't do it on their phone, why are they going to stop and do it? You can't change consumer behavior. So with me, I love things that I could just, especially because I'm so busy, I love things that I could just whip something up real quick, boom, put it out. Send an email blast, boom, put it out. Text blast, boom, put it out. If I can't do it from my phone, it's not happening anytime soon. And also I love using Typorama because it's just easy to keep, my graphics and my marketing material very, very consistent and on brand. So because remember, guys, at the end of the day, you are building a brand. Hashtag generator. Now, this is a super neat tool. Wow. Hashtag generator. Guys, hashtags are extremely powerful in social media. Literally, like I found businesses on social media. People have found me on social media just through hashtags. Hashtags would be so popular. Think about hashtag your city event space, hashtag NYC event space, hashtag Cali event space, things like that. Hashtags are just so powerful. And it's very important to mix hashtags. Remember the ratio I said, guys: 10 rare, 10 frequent, 10 average. So with hashtag generator, what they do is you can literally put in a keyword. You can even put in a photo or a URL, and they will literally generate a whole list of hashtags separated by frequency just for that specific post. Guys, it's insane, literally insane. I'm so glad. I found out about this on a course actually that I bought. So you guys definitely want to make sure you guys are learning and taking this one down. Ooh, the golden Swiss Army marketing knife of, oh my God, wow. Canva, shout out to whoever made Canva, because Canva, number one. Save the best for last. Literally changed my life. Just today, I found out about other features that Canva could do. And I'm just like, see, this is why Canva is so amazing. And guys, I'm actually going to show, like I mentioned, I'm going to do a walkthrough to show you some crazy things that you can do on Canva, some crazy things. Honestly, you probably don't even need Typorama if you're using Canva. Canva is crazy. I actually have the paid version, but guys, I'd never, paid version is like $11 a month, dude. Dude, Canva, crazy. You can literally make a graphic for almost anything with Canva. Do anything, cut, splice, resurface, move around. Oh my God, wow. Canva, crazy. And the fact that they have millions of templates to choose from, you can always just keep something beautiful and keep your feed looking crazy. It's, oh wow. Wow, they're guys, these people are literally marketing gurus. They're always updating their site. So you always have fresh ideas and templates to choose from. And definitely make sure you check out the walkthrough that I'm going to have attached. Guys, I'll see you in the next module.